Right, a very good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending our webinar today. I'd like to welcome everyone over here, the attendees. Right. So before we start, I'd like to remind everyone that if you will have any questions throughout the webinar, you can actually drop them in the Q&A section, which is on the right-hand side of the screen. If that section is not open, you can click on the small little icon at the top right corner with the question mark on it, and the section will open up, and you can drop the questions in there throughout the session, and we will take them. The other thing I'd like to remind you guys is that if you haven't followed us on our social media, please do so. Just look us up on Facebook and LinkedIn, VLAN Asia, and we will get engaged with you. We will update it with the latest webinars that is going to happen, as well as promotions for our products that we are carrying. So if you have any other questions regarding products or services, you can also WhatsApp us on the number which is displayed on the screen, +6012 266 0189. Well, without further ado, today I would like to welcome Mr. Ray, who is from our sales team. Today he will be presenting to us about the value-added services that WLAN has to offer to our customers. Right. So the value-added services, what is it? Basically, it's helping you to digitize your your processes in the office. So if you're looking at digitization and trying to digitize the processes in the office, this is what we're about to present to you. So it's to you, Ray.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks, Norman, for giving me this opportunity to present. I'm Ray from VLAN Asia, and this is our VLAN's incredible sales team. As you can see from top left, we have Sarah, Christy, Izzati, Vinov, Florence, Surindran, and last but not least, Shalin. Let's go for the first slide. Let me start with a topic on claim management. So how many times do you encounter salespeople talking about the hassle of managing their daily or weekly claims? I'm sure you do, right? Or seeing their HOD or even finance chasing them to submit on time. Or you might even see receipts scattered around their table. Very common, right? These are some of the common challenges that we can relate that businesses are facing. On the cash flow management, when salesperson keep missing or forgets the submission date, or HOD overlook or forgets to improve on time, it can actually affect the cash flow, as accounts would have to balance books at the end of the month. Then we have the employee happiness, having to go through the long process from filling up Excel sheets, printing, and keeping too many receipts. Well, salesperson tend to get frustrated to balance their time between actual doing work and calculating their claims. And of course, lastly, high operational costs. As you can see, salesperson spend more time on completing their administrative work instead of focusing on their actual tasks and activities, which eventually will increase cost and reduce productivity. Let me share an example, a case of our company. Here is my colleague Vinov, who used to be from the IT engineering team. Hey Vinov, good to have you here. Can you share your experience with us?
Hi Ray, yes. I remember our MD said that he used to receive claim from engineer that amounted almost 1,000 per person per month actually. And we had 10 engineers and that amounted to 10,000 per month in claim. That was not a small sum actually. We also noticed that engineer would spend around 3 to 4 hours putting their claim together. In totally, we can look at 40 man's hour for 10 engineers to just spend on manual claim. That prompt our MD to do a sanity check on our current manual process by suggesting our engineer to use Grab to travel to the client places actually.
Thanks, Vinod, for sharing.
Welcome.
Really appreciate it. Great. Correct. Grab helps to direct all the claims into one account, and the engineers doesn't need to submit any more paperwork or claim using their own money in advance. Surely many people will be happy already after this, right? Let's go to the next slide. Ideal claim management. So what do you think is the ideal claim management? It saves time and money and increases account accuracy. It also increases staff efficiency and productivity by having competitive edge. And lastly, it gives smooth cash management. I would like to share with you how we have improved the claim management process in our company by using the e-claim system. Basically, before to go into this portal, you just have to sign in into your Microsoft portal. Okay, once you go in, as you can see, this is how the e-claims look like. In the middle, you can actually see basically your remaining amount, which is your budget for the month. So as soon as you create your claims, it will actually be deducted from there. And on the far right, as you can see, you can also know who will be your supervisor is. In this case, it will be Bob's supervisor, and he will be your approver. And now I shall show how to submit the claim. Firstly, go to new claim, the claim item. So this, in the case, I'll put meal claim. Okay, and the amount I'll put, let's say $100. If there's any tax, then you can just key in, otherwise you can just leave it 0. And on the category part, you can just click and you can just submit new claims, or you can also customize accordingly depending on the company. So this can be customized. On the claim date, when you click there, you can submit your claim whether it's on that same date or even before that as well. So in this case, we put it on the same day. Once done, I just have to click add claim. Check your claim first, or unless you have other claims that you want to add, you can also add by clicking quick add. So in this case, let's say I put another claim. So I have 2 claims here. All right. And most of the time when I want to submit a claim, I will usually snapshot it through my smartphone. And from there, the pictures or the receipt will actually go into the phone gallery. So in this case, I just have to upload the files and upload it from here. Once done, I will submit 2 claims by clicking the green button. Done. So now what I'll do is I will usually go back to my email and wait for the email notification. Should be receiving any time. Sorry, my line is a bit slow. Yeah, there you go. You will receive a notification. As you can see from the Excel sheet there, they will also send you your claim expense here, what you need to, what you are claiming. Okay. And now I shall go to my approver, which will be Bob. In his email, he will also receive an attachment or notification to whether to do a quick approve or to view claim. So in this case, Bob would like to know what are the claims that John is claiming. From here, I can see, as I click the details, I can see that John has 2 claims. Okay, whether I can approve or can reject. So in this case, I'll approve it. So I just go to approve and click confirm approve. As easy as that. And then I shall go back to my email. Later on, you will see an email to say that my claim has been approved. Once your claim has approved, basically your finance department will also get a copy also. And in the claims, I can also view my claims, those that has been submitted, as you can see in gray, those has been approved, which is in green, and those has been rejected in red. So as you can see here, I can view all my claims. Then Also, I can see my claim from date range. Example, let's say I would like to check from March until August. And these are all the claims for that date range. And I can also filter my own claims and those that have been approved by me. Let's say if I'm the supervisor, like what you see here. And for the view type, I can see through the cut view or from the list view as well. So this is how it actually looks like. To summarize what I've shown, here are a snapshot of what are the features included. You will get a single sign-on through Office 365. You get a one-page view submission. You also get an email notification, that's what you saw just now. You get an auto-generated document. You can also check and track status of submission. And the best thing is mobile friendly, where you can actually use your smartphone. If there's any question, please feel free to leave some questions in the chat box. Moving to our next topic, I shall talk about the Eleaf application. I think not only the salesperson, but every one of us who have worked in an office can relate to this, right? Hard copy based system is extremely challenging and cumbersome process for both employees and HR itself. The amount of effort and time taken just to complete this simple task can bring a negative impact to the company. Most of the common challenges businesses could face in manual leave application are the following. Disrupted operations. When supervisors start to lose track on who goes on leave and when, they encounter difficulties planning the work schedule and might end up having lack of staff if someone goes on MC or emergency leave, which actually affects the whole operations. Sounds familiar? Then their staff morale is impacted due to absence. Another disadvantage of not having an overview of the actual leave balance. Staff might start taking unplanned leaves too often and managers lose track or might even approve leaves without having a backup. And then, lastly, time management. From manually applying leave by filling up form to chasing HODs to approve and another additional waiting time if forms are not printed out yet or forms gone missing. All these hassles interrupt the time that employees are supposed to use some time more valuable and productive. I believe this is quite common. Why do businesses decided to digitalize on e-leave management system? It's simple. They just want to remove manual process and have accessibility anytime from anywhere. Easy and convenience, right? So in this case of our company, I remember one occasion, the paperwork got misplaced and the staff did not get his leave approved as the supervisor was unaware of his application. So this is one of the reasons that why our MDD decided to automate the system. So again, here we would like to share our staff utilizing the e-leave system. I shall proceed with the live demo. From here, same thing, just submit a new leave. Okay, as you can see, basically, you have 25 days available of leave. So this will be auto-deducted once you apply for the leave. And you can also see who will be your approver as well, which is in this case same, will be box supervisor. For the applying part of the leave, basically you can actually select here, and this can also be customized according to the company. So in this case, I shall go for the annual leave. All right, then I can choose the date. So if I were to apply more than the date a leave available, as you can see, it will not be, you cannot actually go through it. So you have to follow accordingly. So in this case, I'll just apply for one leave first, which is next week. You can also select whether it's half day or full day in the morning or in the PM, or you can also state your reason as well if you want to. So in this case, I'll just leave it blank and I just submit leave. Once done, I shall go back to my email and wait for the email notification. Done. So I will receive an email notification to say that I've already applied a leave. Now I shall go to my supervisor's email From here, my supervisor can actually see what are the leaves that need to be approved. So in this case, it's my leave. So what I do is I need to check the leave to be approved. From here, I can actually see it from this date to this date and whether I want to approve it. So in this case, yes, I would like to approve it. So I just click and confirm approve. Okay, and now I shall go back to my email. And see, you get an email notification to inform you that your leave has been approved. And also in your calendar, which is actually linked to the company's calendar, you can see that basically my leave has also been stated over here. So from here, my company staff can know that I'm on leave on that day. Under the leaves, again, I can also view the leave. I can show the status, those that has been approved in green, those that has been cancelled in red, or as well those who are still under request, which is to be under the gray color, as you can see over here. For the leave date range, I can also select. So in this case, let's say I select from January up to August. So I can see these are the leaves that I have applied. And I also can filter my own leaves as well, like those leave has been approved by me if I'm the supervisor, or I can go by individually by the user as well, as you can see over here. And I can view from the card view or from the list view as well. One of the good part of this system is I can say at least select the leave on behalf of my staff. Example, like let's say one of my staff goes on emergency leave and he couldn't apply, so I can actually apply for him also as well. Great. So to summarize what I've shown, here is a snapshot of what are the features included. You get a one-page view of leave balance and apply, quick and easy way to approve or reject your leaves, status of leaves applied, you get an email notification, as well as calendar auto-sync with your Microsoft Outlook. So if there's any question, please feel free to leave some questions in the chat box. The next slide will be go for the policy acceptance system. Lastly, I would like to quickly share another system that we currently have developed, which could be helpful for our company's HR or legal team. Does your company ever encounter difficulties to track whether your employees have received, signed, and accepted any new or updated policies? Whenever there are new laws enacted and enforced by MACC or MCMC, HR or the legal team will need to ensure staff is always properly briefed, trained, and accepted the policy that the company will not be liable. Systems like Policy Acceptance System, or also known as PASS, could be a good example to solve this with just a few clicks. Let me run through you this quick demo video with you. As you can see, how to do it is first to create a new notification. The notification, so in this case, let me see, I shall put, let's say, VLAN test HR new policies. Okay, the notification can be actually a short notification for your own use. Let's say I shall put for MCO purpose. Okay, once done, you can actually customize the message. So this will be your subject message. In this case, I put VLAN test HR new policy. And for the button message, which the color will be green in color, I shall put click to accept. Okay, once done, you just have to click to accept, as you see over here, and the button will actually appear here for later. And you can actually add a short notes here. In this case, I shall put kindly read through the policy and accept. Next, I shall go optional acceptance screen. I can actually click this on. This is actually to double confirm once the participants has already accepted, so they have to accept it twice basically. Yep. And I can also add an attachment in case that your office has any attachment for them to read through. Then you can actually upload the file from here. Then I can actually add the recipients, like you can have your own sales group, HR group, finance group. So you can add them in a group. Once done, this is how it look like. You can actually go through. Then you can save the whole entire notification. Go through once again. And if everything is okay, you can just send this one and confirm it. So the message has been sent, and you can also show the recipients. So from here, the options are, if let's say you can actually resend if there is no first agreed from your staff on the policy, you can resend. Or you can resend with no second agreed, you can resend again, or you can resend all to all the staff, or resend to zero number of cents, then you can resend again. And from here, you can see who are the participants or your staff that you have sent to. And you can also export the report later on. So from here, I shall go to the email. Once they have read through, they can actually click to accept. Done, you'll get a notification to say thank you, you have acknowledged and that you have read the document. And from the past system, you get a notification, you just have to refresh it. And you go further down and you can see that Bob Supervisor has already accepted and agreed to it. So with this, I've ended my slide. Thank you everyone for your time, and back to you, Norman.
Yeah, that's great, Ray. Thanks a lot, Ray. So those are the three systems that we have to offer the additional value-added services that comes with Microsoft Office, Microsoft 365. If you have any other questions to the attendees, you can actually drop them in the Q&A section that is on the right-hand side of the screen, or you can scan the QR code and drop us your feedback on or any inquiries that you want on the system, and we will get in touch with you, right? So Ray, how do you think the system works for you? Is it easy to send out? Is it easy to send out notifications, like policies and stuff?
Yeah, well, basically it's very easy to use because whenever I have a claim, I will just snapshot the picture of the receipt. Then on the spot, in just less than 5 minutes, I can just submit it. Then of course, sometimes I just WhatsApp my boss, like, hey boss, I just send you a claim. Can you help me to approve it? Then he will actually go to his email and just approve. So that actually saves a lot of time. Yep, it saves a lot of time, and you can basically get your approval fast lah. Instead of you have to go back to office, like the manual way. You have to take the receipt, you have to take the glue and come it into an A4 size piece of paper. Then you have to acknowledge it. Then you put it on his table. Then if it doesn't come to office, then the whole thing will be dragged to maybe another week. Yeah, sometimes the forms do get lost. So by having this system, my goodness, it's so fast.
many a times we tend to misplace the receipts that we have, yeah. So this is something very convenient. The other thing as well is that most of the receipts are carbon based. So if you keep it in your car long enough, even the figures on the receipt will disappear, and that's also another issue, right?
Yeah, true. I agree with that. Yeah. Or sometimes you even lost the whole receipt. That's the worst thing.
Exactly. So by taking pictures, immediately submitting, you'll never lose a claim again.
Yeah,
right.
Yep. Yeah. And also on the Eleaf system, also, everything is automated and digitized. So whenever I want to apply it during those days, you have to go back to office and find that piece of paper that you need to fill up. Yeah, then of course you have to submit. So this is everything through the system. I just have to log in, submit my claim, and same thing, it goes directly straight to my boss.
Exactly, it's very convenient and it's very useful. You don't
Yes.
have to worry about going back to the office to fill up a leave form or a leave application. Everything can be done online, at home, or anywhere you are, right?
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so that's actually all the time we have for today. And yeah, if you have any other questions, you can always WhatsApp us using the number that's displayed on the screen, or send us an email so that we can take your answers. Take your questions and answer them. Thank you so much, Ray, and we will catch you guys next week.
Most welcome.